If you're struggling to scale your med spa business, your service business beyond a certain limit, then you should wait on and watch this video through. So it's been a while now and you're investing and reinvesting in ads. You're posting back to back on socials and your calendar kind of looks full, but it just looks like you've hit a ceiling. Your ads are doing really great, but you're not converting. The question is why? In this video, I'm going to show you how to build a med spa service business that is ready to scale to $1 million in revenue. It's been like tons and thousands of impressions, but you just can't seem to get people to book through. When people reach out to you in the service business, they are in a moment of high intent, which is they want to buy at that point. And for them to have clicked through, they're thinking of you, specifically you, as a desired person to render this service to them. And when the reply to their request comes 5 minutes after the interest, they move on to the next business provider. They move on to the next med spa, meaning that when you finally get to reply these messages, you're competing with those businesses that they have reached out to because you didn't reply fast. Now, invariably, this drops your conversion rates by 400%. Now, they've seen your ads, they want that service, and if you're not responsive as fast as they want, they move on to the next business, which means you have ad spends, but they've moved your revenue to the next business that is responsive. Haven't you heard statements when you finally reach out to that client with, oh, I found someone else, or don't worry, or they even just ghost you? So the cause isn't your marketing, it's your infrastructure. It's the experience you give to your potential clients, your potential patients before they ever step foot in your med spa. Step 1, craft your face. So a brand is not what you say it is what people say it is. So branding is the process of making sure that what you say it is what they're also saying about you. It's about tying every part of your identity to fit a narrative. And as a med spa brand, a client is literally trading money for the promise of a safer, more refined version of themselves. And if your brand doesn't look like the top 1%, then it's almost as if your promise has a hole in it. A premium minimalistic quiet luxury brand signals to a potential client that your staff are well trained, your equipment is state of the art, and your results would be subtle, refined, and not overdone. So the first question here is, what do you want people to say about your brand? So you need to define your business goals, who you are, your business value. So the brand we'll be designing for today is Sona Beauty. They're a premium brand in Canada, and their brand values are one of excellence, clarity, and subtle luxury. So they want you to feel a sense of clarity and the quiet luxury when you step into any of their spaces. So if we want to create an identity for them, we need to think about these goals, because we're not just creating something beautiful, we're creating something that fits. So we'll go ahead and sketch out the logo ideas for the brand. We want to keep it simple yet unique. So we want it to be memorable, something that people would see and they can draw from memory, but it is unique. Yes, so I like the variations I'm seeing for these few options. We'll vectorize these logos and then we'll see how they come out. So I think I'm leaning more towards this idea. I love the concept. We can see it in different use cases here. And the idea behind the stylized letter S serves as the visual anchor. The fluid continuous lines suggest precision, professional expertise, mirroring the excellence inherent in like the brand medical aesthetic services. The clean, open composition of the icon ensures clarity in brand recognition, making it instantly recognizable while remaining unclustered. So and the star on the inside, this star accent, it's 4-pointed letter star integrated into the base of the monogram. It acts as a refined hallmark of quality, introduces the touch of the aspiration and transformative brilliance without being ostentatious. Step 2, create your digital home. So we're done with the branding and it's time for us to move on to the website design, which is where our digital concierge system would live. In the branding stage, we've established that the brand needs to feel serene, it needs to feel clear, and it needs to feel like quiet luxury. Now, your website is your foot in the door offer. It's an extension of your business. And in the med spa industry, your website is not just a digital brochure, it's your primary clinical asset. Because aesthetic treatments involve both physical risk and a significant financial investment. Potential clients are in a high anxiety, high intent state when searching for a provider. In aesthetics, trust is a currency. Research shows that 75% of users judge a company's credibility based on their website. A cluttered, outdated site implies a cluttered, outdated clinical practice. Professional design with generous white space, consistent typography, and consistent color flow indicates a high-end and professional brand and practice. So when you get clients or patients, regardless of your bad website, they would normally see something like, oh, you guys are better than I thought. It means that they thought so less of you. For Sona Beauty's website, I was thinking since they want to portray clarity and quiet luxury, what is cleaner than water? So for the hero section, let's have a model relaxed with water pouring down her body in a sauna. Then we can flesh out the rest of the page and tie the services together. Okay, so now this is what the website looks like. So here's our model with the water dripping down her body. And here's our text, for premium serif type text. Um, and then our copy here. If you hover across the services, you can see all the services. You can click each of these to get there. Step 3, craft your engine. In the service-based world, especially for high-end services like medical spas, the booking experience is the final filter in your sales funnel. A potential client or a patient can be 90% convinced by your branding, your website, and all that, and your reviews, but they will still abandon the transaction if the booking process feels like a chore. Now, here's a start for you. Businesses that offer online real-time scheduling convert more than 30% than those that require a manual follow-up or a WhatsApp message. Just hold on, here's another start. Over 40% of online booking occur outside of standard hours. That is early in the morning or really, really late at night. Your potential client is probably scrolling on their phone by 1 a.m. and they come across your video or they come across your content and they want to book you. They should be able to book you even while you and your team are asleep. So one of the major infrastructures we need to create to tackle this problem is a digital concierge system. First, we tackle speed to lead, which is making sure the business process is seamless and fast. We will do this in a couple of ways. First is to make sure that we have a functioning service calendar. Okay, see what the appointment looks like. You can click any of these buttons, reserve your experience. So you can click any of their services, book. Now you see just me. You can click 2 people, 3 people. This is an instant upsell. So you're upselling them on coming with more people, continue the service. Here you can select any of the staff. So you can select if there's a recurring customer that wants a specific staff, they can select here. For now, let's just do the forward with any available staff, confirm. Now it takes me here. So I just go to the date, my desired date. I pick on the exact time I want. I said, so I can just autofill this. Yeah. Have all this, confirm the email, and then so with this we've scheduled our appointment. We have like a contact address and all that. So this is how the booking works. Watch this. So if we go over to our email, we see that we already have that service. Your spa appointment is confirmed. We're excited to have you successfully booked. And then 2 hours before the appointment is also going to send me a message. Your appointment is in 2 hours. Then on the appointment time, it's also going to send me a message. Your appointment is now. So that is the automated service. So we've automated the booking process. Now let's take it up a notch by integrating a voice digital concierge, which is like a voice AI to take our calls. The voice system is equipped with everything about Sona Beauty MedSpa. It never has a bad day. It's never not in the mood, and it's patient and polite to every caller. So now let's test this system out and see how it works. So for this, the digital voice concierge, we can just click here. You see call us here. We can just click the call.
Hey, you have reached Sona Beauty. How can I help you today?
Yeah, so I want to learn a little bit about your service.
Of course, I'd be happy to help. Could you let me know which service you're curious about? For example, we offer treatments like Botox, dermal fillers, laser hair removal, hydrofacials, and more. Let me know, and I'll give you all the details.
Book me in a consultation for dermal fillers.
Let me know your preferred date and time, and I'll check availability for you.
Yeah, Monday, say Monday 9 a.m.
It looks like there aren't any available slots from I can offer you options starting Tuesday morning, June 2nd. Would you like me to share those times, or should I check for another evening? Let me know.
Yeah. Tuesday morning is fine. So Tuesday morning for 9 a.m.
All right, let's book your dermal filler appointment for Tuesday, June 2nd at 9 a.m. Could I have your full name and email address to confirm the booking?
Yeah, my name is Paul. Email is paul21@gmail.com.
Your appointment for dermal fillers is confirmed for Tuesday, June 2nd at 9 a.m.
Now, the beauty of having a voice system like this is that it is integrated into the booking flow, which means whether somebody books on the website or books with the booking link through Instagram, the voice detects that and does not triple book or book 10 people in a row. It tells the person, oh, that slot is booked. So we can also set this system in such a way that we can take up to 10 people per booking time slot. So, but the idea is not to have too many people come in at the same time and then there is a clash in terms of time scheduling. So you have a system that is automated to take calls and to answer those repetitive questions that your staff are always bothered by and they don't focus on like the main things that you're supposed to be focused on. Remember I said that a brand is not what you say it is what people say it is. Now the fourth system we're going to be integrating is one that helps people talk about you. What better way to change the perspective of others than by actually hearing what other people are saying about you? Here's a stat for you. 88 to 91% of people trust online reviews just as much as they would trust their friend's recommendation. 95% of people are definitely reading those reviews before they decide to go with your med spa. Think about it. When was the last time you purchased a product or used the service without a friend's recommendation or reading the reviews? Now, I see some med spas, they flood their pages with generic fake reviews. Truth is that before a client or a potential patient books a service, they are looking at the negative reviews to establish worst case scenario in their head. So the presence of a few negative reviews, just a few, is proof that your company is authentic and that those reviews are real. Now, while we're talking about reviews, there are lots of channels to get reviews, socials, but one of the key places that you want to be getting reviews as a med spa is on Google. So you need to get Google reviews. You know why? So that when people search med spas in your area, you would pop out. Now, reviews help you rank better in search engines like Google and even with AI LLMs like ChatGPT, Gemini, Claude, and the rest of them. More reviews, especially recent ones, help local businesses rank better and gives them more visibility. Now, the truth is that you want to automate this process. You cannot rely on your staff to always remember to ask for reviews. So this is how you automate this process. Once the client books, goes through with the service, 2 hours after the service, we'll send them an automated review link. Now, because we are sure that we've delivered premium service, we're sure that they would give us some kind of review. So even if it's a not so great one, just like we said, it's part of the mix, showing that your reviews are authentic. Now, remember, these requests are automated, so there's no issue of staff forgetting to send requests or anything like that. So the last point in bridging the 1 million revenue gap is making sure that you remain top of mind for your clients. Have you ever gotten a message from someone who had delivered some service to you before, maybe your interior designer, and he just said, oh, I'm wishing you a Merry Christmas or a Happy New Year, or he's just sending you a check-in message, and then you remember, oh, that's true, I have some work for you. Now, that is remaining top of mind. You remember that you had work for him because he sent you a follow-up message. Now, you want to automate this process. So while most businesses focus on acquiring new clients, which is expensive when you talk of like running ads and all that, data reactivation is one that helps you leverage the clients that you already have. Now, keep in mind, these people already trust you and they have used you before, which means that it's 5 to 25 times more even effective for them to use you again. For the med spa and aesthetic industry, the services that we offer are recurring. It's something that someone will have to check in every 8 months, 6 months, 2 months. It depends on the treatment, which means reactivation is crucial. Re-engaging a previous client is client acquisition at zero cost. So here's some stats for you. The probability of selling to a new client is 5 to 20%, while the probability of making a client return if you message them is around 70%. I call this reactivation method the revenue recovery method because you are literally leaving money on the table. Okay, so let's run up the maths. If Sona Beauty MedSpa have 300 clients, that's in 2 years, which is really, really low for a med spa running for more than 2 years, then we implement the revenue recovery method every single month. So if we have a reactivation rate of around 5%, and the average service is somewhere close to $200 to $300. That is 300 clients by 0.05, which is 15. Then Multiply that by $200 to $300, that comes in to be around $4,500 in missed revenue every month. So when implementing this revenue recovery system, you don't want to send a generic message like, we have 50% of dermal fillers. That sounds cheap and desperate. You want to send something elite, something like, we've recently upgraded our treatment protocol and have reserved a priority consultation slot to discuss your aesthetic goals. It sounds premium, elite, not desperate and cheap. Clients don't leave because they hate your service. They leave because they forget. Without this system put in place, the customer life cycle reduces by 50%. So if you're looking to check out the service on your own, you could go to neuroscalesystems.com and just scroll down to their case studies, and then you can definitely book with them. And that's it for this video. Subscribe if you want more of this content. Cheers.